Hi, I'm Tracy. I'm very happy to be able to read a book with you today. It's a story I had not heard before. And like most stories, I think that come out of one tradition or one culture, it has lessons for all of us. It's called The First Strawberries, a Cherokee story, retold by Joseph Bruchac, pictures by Anna Vojtech. And I hope I'm saying those names correctly. One thing I want you to notice when I turn the book around is how my virtual background shows through a little bit where the book is green. So I'll try not to have that interrupt our story too often. I'm sorry about that. Here's the inside title page. I also, because I want to show you the book while we read, you may have it at home and can follow along, but I do want to show it to you. I'm going to fold the book like this, but that's a little rougher than I would normally be with a book. I'll show you the page, then read it, and then show you the pictures again. This book has really beautiful illustrations. Long ago, when the world was new, the Creator made a man and a woman. The two of them were made at the same time so that neither would be lonesome. They married, and for a long time they lived together and were happy. It looks like there's shelter there. I think they're cooking. They do look happy. Then one afternoon, the man came home from hunting and found that the woman had not yet begun to prepare their meal. Instead, she was out picking flowers. There she is. He was hunting. There's a bow and arrows for his hunting. Think he looks happy? I don't think so. The man grew angry. I am hungry, he said in a cold voice. Do you expect me to eat flowers? Now the wife too became angry. She had picked those flowers to share their beauty with her husband. Your words hurt me, she said. I will live with you no longer. Looks like she's getting ready to leave, or she's on her way. There's that showing through again, sorry. She turned to the west and began to walk toward the sun. Her husband followed, but her steps were too quick. He could not catch her. He called her name, but she could not hear him. He went as fast as he could, he went as fast as he could go, but his wife was much faster. And she is walking west toward the sun. Usually that means it's afternoon or evening if the sun is in the west. And there he is trying to catch her, but not successfully. I really do like the illustrations in this book. The son watched as the husband followed her. The son saw how sorry the man was and took pity on him. Are you still angry with your wife? Asked the son. No, said the man. I was foolish to speak angry words, but I cannot catch her to tell her I am sorry. Then I will help you, said the son. She's still walking. The sun shone its light down on the earth in front of the woman. Where its light shone, raspberries grew up. The berries were ripe and looked good to eat, but the woman paid no attention to them and continued walking. They're the raspberries. I think she's kind of too angry to notice, maybe. I think the sun is trying to slow her down, maybe, so her husband can catch her. Let's see what happens this time. The sun tried again. It shone down and blueberries grew. They glistened brightly in the sunlight, but the woman paid no attention to them. She only walked on toward the west, leaving her husband farther behind. Now the sun tried a third time. So they're the blueberries. And now this is going to be the third try. Where its beams touched the earth, blackberries grew out. They were dark and plump, but the woman's anger was too great and she did not see them. At last, the sun tried its hardest. It shone its light down at the grass right in front of the woman's feet, and strawberries appeared. They glowed like fire in the grass, and the woman had to stop when she saw them in front of her. The sun made it so she had to notice those berries right at her feet. She knelt down and plucked one and bit into it. She had never tasted anything like it before. Its sweetness reminded her of how happy she and her husband had been together before they quarreled. Quarreled means before they argued. I must gather some of this fruit for my husband, she said, and she began to pick the berries. She's less angry now, and she, excuse me. She was still picking them when the man caught up to her. Excuse me, I have a cough. I better have a little something to drink. Another beautiful picture, and she's picking the strawberries. So the sun slowed her down so he could catch up, and also she was less angry. Forgive me for my hard words, he said to her, and she answered him by sharing the sweetness of the strawberries. So it was that strawberries came into the world. That is a nice sharing picture, isn't it? To this day, when the Cherokee people eat strawberries, they are reminded to always be kind to each other, to remember that friendship and respect are as sweet as the taste of red ripe berries. This is a beautiful scene, and now we see more shelters there. That's a story I didn't know, and I hope you enjoyed the story of the first strawberries, a Cherokee story. Take care and have a good day.